All right, I know I said the next video would be putting the manual transmission to Mach 1, but drive shaft still hasn't come in yet. It's October the 2nd. They were telling me hopefully I'll get the parts next week and ship it from D&D Performance. So it looks like at minimum of another week, if not 2 weeks, before I get the drive shaft. So once I get it, I can do the manual swap. For now, the Mach 1's in here, and you wonder where the black car is. The black car is back here on the trailer. And the reason it's on the trailer is I decided, since I don't have a transmission for it, I'm not putting the 6R80 back in it, that we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna get the motor pulled out and freshen up over the winter. So, on that note, there's that sweet Pontiac G8 with the new fresh wax job. But here's the car. I got it winched out, put on my trailer, so I can take it to fast lane tomorrow. And my plan is to pull the engine out. That's right. It's been 12 years. Engine's never been out of the car. So I feel like what we're gonna do now is just make sure that the engine's fresh and ready to go for next year, since COVID's kind of killed all the racing this year around here. And by then I'll have a transmission for it. More than likely a power glide's gonna go in it. And we'll get the motor freshened up, new rings, bearings, old pump, valve springs, the whole 9 yards. Check it out while we're in there. I'm sure Melvin's gonna want to tell me he wants to change the pistons. And if we do, we do. I don't care. We might even bump the compression up on a little bit. Thought about changing the cams too while I'm in there. I love the way the Mach 1 sounds with the cams in it. Let me turn around this way so you can see car background. So anyway, the plan right now is to pull the engine out of the black car tomorrow, give it to Melvin, give him a few weeks to get it freshened up. By the time I get it back, I don't know if by then I'll have a garage going out here or not, but that's in the works, trying to build a garage this year and go through that paperwork. But between building 4 cars this year, between the Pontiac getting its upgrades, the Cobra getting swapped back over to IRS and the Kenny Bell, the Mach 1 getting the VMP, a build engine and all this, and going through a transmission, now I'm about to go through another transmission. It takes time, it takes money. So I figured the smart thing to do, I really want to work on something. Waiting on that drive shaft really sucks. So I'm gonna take the black car, we're gonna freshen that bad boy up. I'm just curious to see what it looks like after all this time. And once it's out tomorrow, I'll bring the car back home, stick it here in the garage, and then hopefully next weekend, if I get the drive shaft, I'll have another video of me putting the manual in the Mach 1. So it's gonna have a Magnum 6-speed in it, McLeod RXT clutch, which is right here, and a McLeod light and steel flywheel, which is here. So it should be exciting. That car should rattle off with the cams like it did the day you heard on the dyno, and then it should get down. So we'll see. Either way, there it is. There's an update. Talk to you soon. So it's Saturday evening. Work today. Started pulling the motor out of the TTSaleen. Here's some progress so far. Getting ready to pull it out after 12 years of being in the car. .100 plus horsepower, 12 years. First time it's been out. What's up, YouTube? So it's the next morning, Sunday morning. My goal last night with the TTSaleen was to get the engine out, which I did. Had a little bit of trouble getting it out by myself, so Caleb stepped in to help me get it to clear some of the damn frame and everything, getting it out. It's a big girl. So anyway, here it is. No engine. It's been a long time since this car hasn't had an engine in it. Anyway, see the turbo kit still attached. One there and one there. And the pipes that come down. But we're able to slide it all out here out of the way. So anyway, because I want to take my time on taking it apart from Melvin, here it is on the stand. Now what's kind of cool about this, you see the engine stand already hooked to it. I didn't have a transmission in it, so Caleb told me an easy way is just hook the engine stand to it and drop it out. It worked out great. Normally we put it on this table, which is right here, and that's how we normally put engines in. As you can see, the transmission's hooked to it and the table, and then we rolled under the car and lowered the car down. This happens to be a Mr. Chrome Cobra, getting a brand new TTSaleen Motorsports built engine. But anyway, my transmission's already out, as you know, and so here's the engine. What I'm going to do this morning is take it all apart, just have it ready for Melvin when he comes in next week, and put the K member back under the car so I can get the car on the ground and roll it and winch it back up onto my trailer. But anyway, just a quick little update here. One thing of interest you might like to see, we had to space the engine down to clear the hood. Even with that monster hood I got, it still wouldn't clear. So to get the valve covers to clear, the hydro boost and all this, this is the spacer that Caleb made. Pretty cool, huh? Goes in here, made another one for up here, and that's how much the engine is actually spaced down. So the whole K-frame and the engine's down and the body's up, basically, to give me more hood clearance. I know you wouldn't think I'd need it with that big cow hood, but crazy enough, it was not going to clear without it. So now with the Sullivan intake right here, everything clears. Now it's not a lot of room, it's a little bit of clearance so it doesn't rub, but it's not a giant amount of clearance by any means. Here you can also see the custom headers they made for me 12 years ago. They had this flange and these pipes and they made it on to there. So pretty cool stuff. You've never seen the engine in person. It's very impressive. Of course, I like the blue valve covers from the Ford GT back in the day. And there it is. I used to go to car shows, so I had to have a little bit of bling, you know, in my parts. It doesn't make it any faster, but it sure does look cool. All right, so I got to get to work this morning, pulling this thing apart. It is Sunday morning, about, I don't know, about 9 o'clock, I guess, 8:30, 9 o'clock. So I'm going to pull all this apart. Here's my custom crossover water tube that they made for me to go to the heater core. And under the bottom, you can't hardly see it, but my coils are actually under the bottom, and the spark plug wires go down and around into the coils. Just try to make it a little cleaner looking. Okay. All right, getting all the fluids out of the engine. No matter how much you try to drain the water out of a block, it's still a bunch of water in there. Check that out. Anyway, there's the engine disassembled. Try to get it all drained out for Melvin so it'll be dry enough for him. Won't make too big of a mess since I'm already making the mess. And yeah, I think I'm gonna let him take the valve covers and front cover off. Just leave it all together like that for now, I reckon. But anyway, there it is. Engine's out of the TTSaleen. And for all the people wondering, there's nothing wrong with it. It ran fine. Hell, it went a 580 with a broke transmission last time out with it. But I figured racing's kind of done for the year. It's already October. I don't have a transmission for the car yet. I'm decided I'm going to put a power glide behind this engine once I put it back together. So next video, I'll be working on the Mach 1. Still waiting on a drive shaft and D&D performance. But once I get it, I'll be doing a Mach 1 video where I put the 6-speed manual in it. I'll take the 6R80 out. I'm going to sell the 6R80 and the whole kit that goes with it. And then for the next couple months, I'll give Melvin a chance to freshen up this engine. Again, it's 12 years old, a lot of miles, a lot of passes on it. And just make sure everything's good to go. New bearings and oil pump and rings, maybe, unless he wants to change the pistons. New valve springs for sure. And I might even change the cams. I don't know yet. We'll see. But just pushing the envelope. The car's been great for 12 years. I figured it was just a good time to go ahead and take it out and freshen it up. So I want to give you an experience of what it's like to take engine out of this car. It's very wide. I needed Caleb's help to get it out at the last minute, but overall it's out. I've got everything disassembled in the parts boxes for it. Now I got to put the K member back under the car and I'll load it up and take it home. And there it is, back together with the K member, so I can actually take it out of here. Steering shaft installed, steering rack bolted back in. But this is what it looks like without an engine. Crazy, right? But that's it. Now I'm gonna push this bad boy out and winch it up on my trailer and take it home. And you'll see it soon with a fresh bullet ready to go. We'll see how fast we can go. It's pretty fast so far for a damn wore out motor. Can't wait. Stay tuned.